Well, hello and welcome to this English lesson where I'm going to teach you some words you can use to talk about food. And I'll teach you those words while trying some very common Canadian snacks. Now, these are not all invented in Canada. These are simply snacks that we tend to eat a lot, at least in my part of Canada. So, welcome to this English lesson about describing food. I think it will be a really yummy lesson, and I think you'll learn a lot. So the first snack we're going to look at is called Smarties. Smarties are small, bite-sized, pieces of chocolate. Actually, they're chocolate in the center, and they have a candy coating. If I bite into one, you can see the center is chocolate, and the outside is candy. They're also quite colorful, which makes them very popular with young children. And I think that they were actually invented in the UK, but they're definitely very popular here in Canada. So, Smarties, a sweet chocolate snack that's really yummy, really good with ice cream, by the way. Actually just really good all the time if you like chocolate. These are called Nanaimo bars, and they were actually invented in Canada. They were invented in Nanaimo, BC. That stands for British Columbia, one of our provinces. They are really yummy. Normally, you would make these at home. I bought these at a store though. They are delicious. They are another sweet snack. They have chocolate and coconut on the bottom, a yummy sweet custard in the middle, and then the top is chocolate. Very good. Jen loves these. I'm sure she's going to eat one later. So it's sweet, but it's also salty on the bottom. It's a nice mixture of the two. And it's certainly a delicious thing to eat. This is a little too big for me. The portion size is a little large. I would probably eat half of one of these, but this is a Nanaimo bar. You should look up the recipe and maybe make one at home and see what it tastes like. So in Canada, we call these potato chips. We don't call them crisps in Canada. And we have some flavors that are a little bit unique. We have ketchup flavored and all dressed. Ketchup is obviously seasoned so it tastes like ketchup. There's no actual ketchup on it. It's more like ketchup powder that's on it. And these are very crispy. I do like these. These are all dressed. All dressed simply means it's like a whole bunch of flavors mixed together. So it looks like there's vinegar and pepper and onion and probably barbecue and a bunch of other things all put together. They also taste that way because there's seasoning on them. A normal potato chip is white, but as you can see, this one has seasoning powder put on it. Also quite crispy and super yummy. I don't actually usually like these, but this particular kind is really good. All dressed chips and ketchup chips. Butter tarts are very common in Canada. Sometimes we make them at home, sometimes they're homemade, sometimes we buy them in a store. I bought these in a store. And a butter tart is basically butter and sugar and then a crust on the outside. I'll open this up and let you see. These are actually pecan butter tarts. So in the middle, there's like this gooey, buttery, yummy, sugary mixture. There's some pecans because I like the pecan kind. And then kind of a mini pie crust. Let me break it open so you can see what I mean. So you can see the center there is a little bit gooey, definitely sweet. I think there's a lot of sugar in butter tarts. Yeah, I haven't had a butter tart for a long time. These are really good. I'm definitely going to finish this one later. I'm not going to eat all the snacks that I brought out for this lesson, but I am going to finish this butter tart later. It's super yummy. And the pecans taste really good as well. So this is a coffee crisp bar. We would call this a chocolate bar in Canada. And you can even see that it's sponsored by the NHL, the National Hockey League. That makes it extra Canadian. It is a chocolate bar that is flavored with coffee. If I show you the inside, there are wafers on the inside, a chocolate coating. Smells like coffee. It's crunchy. It's a little crumbly. there are some crumbs on the table, but this isn't one that I often buy, but in a pinch, I'll buy one. Like if they don't have the chocolate bar I like, I will sometimes buy a coffee crisp. So a chocolate bar that also tastes like coffee. So this is Canada Dry. This is soda. We call it pop in my part of Canada. And it's made with sugar and carbonated water, and it's fizzy. It didn't go ka-ch when I opened it though, because I already had some. I've been getting thirsty because of all the snacks that I've been eating. But it's definitely fizzy. You can taste the fizz in it, and it's definitely sweet. So Canada Dry, invented in Canada. I think ginger ale was invented somewhere else, but I think the dry version of ginger ale was invented in Canada. And this is really, really popular. By the way, even though it's ginger ale, there's no alcohol in it. It's just a normal soda that anyone can drink. So Canada Dry soda or pop made with ginger. So these are called Joe Louis. This is a classic Canadian snack, at least in my part of Canada. I ate a lot of these growing up. These are really yummy, small chocolate cakes that have 2 layers of cake inside, a chocolate coating, and a cream center. Let me show you. I probably ate too many of these as a kid. I definitely ate too many of them as a teenager. But if I break it in half, you'll be able to see that there is a nice white cream center. There's a nice filling, 2 layers of chocolate cake, and then a chocolate coating on the outside. These are really yummy. I actually like eating them while drinking pop. That brings back memories. When I worked as a construction worker in the summers between university, I would eat like 2 of these a day. These are really yummy. And when you drink it with fizzy pop afterwards, it makes your mouth kind of goes fizzy. It's hard to explain. You'll have to try it. You'll have to find a Joe Louis somewhere, and then a bottle of pop, and eat one and drink some pop afterwards. Really yummy, sweet, chocolatey cake snack. So these are maple cookies. Maple cookies are made with maple syrup. We have a lot of maple trees here in Canada, so often you will find different products made with maple syrup. These are also shaped like a maple leaf. So you can see here, this is a little maple cookie. It has a maple filling. Oh, I can already smell the maple flavor. And they're quite crispy, yummy, and sweet. I don't actually like these, so I'm not gonna take a bite. I know, that sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm Canadian, and there's a cookie shaped like a maple leaf, flavored with maple. And should I still take a bite? Okay, let me take a bite. Crispy, very sweet, strong maple flavor. I guess they're not too bad, but they're not my cup of tea. It's not the thing that I would eat. If there was a plate of chocolate chip cookies and a plate of maple cookies, I would eat the chocolate chip cookies for sure. But little cookies flavored with maple, shaped like a maple leaf, kind of a true symbol of Canada. So these are Timbits. You buy them at a restaurant called Tim Hortons. It's a very popular restaurant in Canada. It's actually more like a cafe than a restaurant, although they do serve pizza now, so I guess it's a little bit of both. Cafe in the morning, restaurant in the afternoon and evening. Timbits are actually little bite-sized donuts. I bought 2 kinds. I bought chocolate and sour cream glazed. They are bite-sized, and in some places they might call them donut holes. I don't think they're actually made from the part of the donut that they cut out. Maybe they are, but these are called Timbits. They're really yummy. They're great for sharing. Often if I'm going to buy donuts for a group of people, I will buy Timbits because it's also nice because the portion size is very small. So if you don't want to eat a whole donut, you just eat a Timbit. That is some chocolatey goodness. Yummy. Well, thank you so much for watching this English lesson. I hope you learned a few words along the way while I was snacking that will help you in your next English conversation. And if you're worried that I'm going to eat all these snacks myself, don't worry. I still have children that live at home. I'm sure they will be really happy when they get home from school to see all these snacks. Remember, if this is your first time here, don't forget to click that red subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this lesson. Leave a comment below. And if you have some extra time and you want to learn more English, there's always more English lessons to watch. Bye.